At the White House today, President Obama met with congressional leaders to try to work out a deal to avoid the so-called fiscal cliff. That's the combination of severe budget cuts and tax hikes that will go into effect in January if there's no agreement on the budget. Nancy Cordes is at the White House, and Nancy, it appears that everyone's at least a bit more optimistic now, right?
That's right, Anthony. Today's meeting was just the first step, and the outlines of a deal are still far from clear. But in the wake of last week's election, leaders from both sides appeared more eager to compromise with one another than they have perhaps in years.
I think we're all aware that we have some urgent business to do.
The president, vice president, and the four top congressional leaders all insisted today they are willing to put their own sacred cows on the line to get a deal and to calm jittery financial markets.
To show our seriousness, we've put revenue on the table, as long as it's accompanied by significant spending cuts.
In the meeting, House Speaker John Boehner proposed that leaders establish a framework in the next 6 weeks for wide-scale reform of the tax code, Medicare, and Social Security in 2013. The goal would be to set specific targets now for savings from those reforms. That would negate the need for steep spending cuts Congress called for last year that are set to kick in on January 1st, the same day the Bush tax cuts are set to expire. That damaging combo has come to be known as the fiscal cliff.
Take some deep breaths.
And while Democrats often balk at any mention of entitlement reform, today House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi signaled a new openness.
Do we want to have savings from everything that we do? Certainly. So we need revenue, we need savings, we need growth.
Leader Pelosi said there appeared to be interest among the leaders in a big deal, about $4 trillion worth of deficit reductions along the lines of the grand bargain that fell apart between the president and Speaker Boehner last year, Anthony.
Nancy, there are just 46 days till the new year. What can they really hope to accomplish in that time?
Well, I think what they're hoping for is an outline, a roadmap, if you will, that they can take back to both sides for more sensible spending cuts than the across-the-board cuts that are set to go into effect in those 46 days.
All right, Nancy Cordes. Thanks, Nancy.